Hello everyone and welcome to Daily Game Review number 41. Today we have Juloverni versus MmKishida. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the game. Here we have a 7Q versus a 6Q, so it should be a pretty interesting game. I'm getting more and more single digit Q games, I've noticed. Either that or it's just been the luck of the draw and I've been getting single digit Q. It's pretty interesting. Alright, so we see Black playing this Joseki. I'm curious as to why he didn't 3-3. I would think 3-3 would be okay here, but this is perfectly fine as well. And White playing this way, and Black extends. So far it's fine, and White gets an extension. Is this the proper extension though? I feel like White's shape is a little funny looking here. Well, let's see. I think the cut doesn't work. That's a ladder. However, there is a peep and then an extension, so White may be worried about that. So what about going here? However, here there is a shoulder hit, so maybe here? I don't really like this. I feel like White's extension's wrong. Maybe you can fix here and then go here. That may work. Because you want to extend as far as possible while still keeping the Aji in check. So I think that may be fine. This seems a little cramped considering, but White has several points and so does Black, so it should be okay, but it will be easy to invade here later. So just a note, maybe I think you should look at this Joseki later. Alright, so Black plays the Chinese opening. However, I don't like this in this case because now you can see this Blackstone is in a double wing and White can play the 3-3. Remember to avoid the double wing, guys. The double wing is dangerous. However, White doesn't see that and White chooses to just come in. So we see White actually giving Black the top side. However, I'm not a big fan of this Joseki. I think I would go ahead and go here. Even though White has a 2-space extension, White is still a little cramped, so I'd probably still go ahead and kick. Because this Joseki just looks way too easy for White to settle inside of Black's area. So I feel like Black didn't get as much as he could have here in attacking White. And White got to live a little too easily here. So I think Black's Joseki choice could have been a little bit better. Alright, Black playing here. I think Black's being overly aggressive now. This shape is pretty solid and pretty secure. And normally you want to surround first before you play on the inside like this. So I think this is a little overplay. Alright, so we will go inside here. Oh, White just descends, Black descends. So Black gets some points in the corner, but now White can jump out. And surrounding's a little bit more valuable on those, like, what is it, maybe 3 points, 2 points? Let's say 4 points because this is kind of Sente-ish. Not really. Whatever. Let's say about 3 or 4 points right here. And Black could have gotten a surround, so the surround is more valuable. No, actually Black lost a couple points here with this descending, huh? So I think Black may have lost us a couple points here. But yeah, here you see White is perfectly fine. However, White chose to come in here. You only have one eye, White. Why? I think you want to defend. With one eye, I think you still want to defend. You shouldn't be splitting and attacking like this. Black just jumps out. Now, since White has one eye, I may consider a splitting attack. Maybe Black didn't like this variation, but I would consider a splitting attack here since both groups only... this group's eyeless and this group only has one eye. And this was kind of Black's plan, was to unsettle White, right? So, I feel like this would be a little good for Black to play this way. However, here White can still connect. Instead, White chooses this way. This is one of the worst ways to settle, guys. Due to the fact that if you play this way, there's a double Hane. So you almost never... it's kind of like a shoulder hit, but underneath the stone. So instead of a shoulder hit on the 4th line, you're shoulder hitting on the 3rd line underneath it. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. So instead of shoulder hitting to reduce, you're shoulder hitting to live. And this is actually really bad. It's kind of a terrible way to live because the double Hane will get surrounded. You can either jump, you can 1-space jump, which is still more effective than the shoulder hit. You may consider an attachment here in rare cases. There's a connection here. Many moves that are better than this, but this is most of the time not good. So Black will block this way. We see this, but black plays here. Okay, so black missed the double honey. The double honey is very powerful. This is the ideal time to use it, is in a shape like this. So I would definitely double honey here, black. However, black missed this chance, but he does still get fourth line territory, which is quite nice. Now black starts trying to do something. I don't know what black's doing. You want to bring this fourth line down to the third line. You have 2 stones weak over here. Maybe you want to consider a split, but this is already alive pretty much. So if you split, white's going to come out. So go ahead and consider a surround. Let white connect. Settle yourself. And build it, and then come back over here and fix your position over here. I think it might be good enough. This is probably good enough, and hard to say. Black has this, white has this. I think black's a little bit ahead. Black should be a little bit ahead. This, I don't... You're making shape, but... yeah, see, white's alive here. You didn't attack this, and now white can pincer. Yeah, this is painful. I wouldn't make him thick here. I'd just jump down. That way you can leave the open skirt. This has Atari or some forcing moves. It makes white thick. So I feel like it's unnecessary. Alright, so black chooses to try and put pressure on white now. However, white can still kind of connect. Yeah, white can still connect under. And white chooses to actually cut black. So this is actually a mistake. It's much better to cut black this way if you want to cut. But don't do this exchange if you're just going to connect. If you're just going to connect, then you shouldn't have played all these moves. You should have saved them for later. If you're going to connect, just connect. Because now black will be able to connect with very, very solid shape instead of loose shape. So actually, this is Gote. This is Gote by white. So if white connects, black makes tiger's mouth. If white cuts, black takes. So this is completely Gote for white. So black actually should go ahead and take Sente here and get somewhere. See where to get to is this. This group should be okay. It's kind of slow to defend. So maybe just an approach move here. Oh, then that'll give white this move, huh? Hard to say. You need to get somewhere in this corner. Somewhere over here. So white will get to it. This is not recommended. This is a little bit better. It's 2 jumps 4, but this is a more solid corner, and the corner is bigger than the territory here. So, so black will actually play this way. What about going here? Since he's so far, I think you can choose this one. Alright, but this is fine, and black plays a 3-space extension. It's fine. This is a little overplayed by white. Would I go over? I don't like this variation for white. If you go over though, you still have to connect under, don't you? But there's Aji now. So here you leave Aji on the outside, so that should be a little bit better. Maybe? No, maybe not. It's hard to say. Hard to say. What to do, what to do. Alright, I can't really see anything better, so. So black gets the outside, white gets the inside. Blocking here is not Sente. I kind of want to get this exchange, but maybe it fixes white, so maybe that's not good. Just jump here, I guess. Just jump seems fine. This may be fine. White defends the few points there. It's a little bit of a slow move. White's reducing. However, this reduction is behind enemy lines. You don't want to reduce from behind enemy lines. This one will be a little bit better. So follow the line of the influence, and you can see that this stone's on the line. This stone's too deep, so you should want to surround. This move does surround, so That's pretty good, but I'm worried white may get something like this. So I think this would have been a little bit better. Alright, so white does that. No, now it's perfect to do this follow-up. This follow-up's quite nice against a 1-point jump. And now you can see white is completely sealed in. Here, white may be able to escape. You should be careful. Uh-huh. So white's in a lot of trouble now. Be careful about giving white eye shape on the side. So white lived? No. No, white didn't live. White didn't live. Uh-huh. So I died. Game over. Nah, don't let him connect. Nice, nice. Whoa! Whoa! Why? Why didn't you play this? Why didn't you play this? This is game over. You win. Oh, man. Why did he not play this? I don't understand. Oh, such a huge chance. Of course white ignores. Oh, what were you thinking, black? White was gonna die. You would have won the game. Hold on, let's look at the clock here. He spent 8 seconds here. Oh, I don't know what you were thinking, but that's probably gonna if white wins, that just costs you the game. You had a 1 game if you just played that. All right, so this doesn't seem big. Probably you gotta follow up your move at least. Go ahead and follow up your move. Go ahead and attack white here. You played the move. I assume you want to follow it up. Oh, well, now white defended. So you gain nothing from your move. Oh, huge chance missed. Well, push white into thickness, and then see if you can, see if you can invade. It seems possible if you have thickness here. Maybe you gotta worry about the life and death here, though. That may be an issue. That may be an issue. Not if white dies, but it may be an issue. Oh, what are you? Don't ever push your opponent from behind over and over and over like that when you're only gaining 2 points at a time and he's gonna connect. Like, I would rather you not attack him and just go here or something. As a leaning attack, then just go here or something, right? Don't push your opponent from behind like this. This is kind of like just giving it up. You're like, okay, just go live. I don't care anymore. Just go live. You gain 2 points at a time, so it's hardly any profit at all. So I feel like you kind of just gave up the attack. And you definitely don't want to do that. Definitely don't want to do that. Alright, so if white wins, we know why white won. But wait, why there? Why not just here? What's wrong with this move? Black, I think you have some crazy ideas sometimes. And you're trying to be fancy. Stop trying to be fancy. Just play what you know is correct. I mean, the normal moves are usually more powerful than the fancy ones. Like, this just lost you a point for no good reason. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you go here, white can't even connect. If white connects, you just go like this. So white can't even connect if you go here. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at the end. Me and black tried to be fancy, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Options, game info. Black won by 15 points, 14 and a half. Alright, so black still won because of the dead group on top of black. You almost threw away the game. You almost threw away the game. Your attacks, I don't know what, like the up here you did like perfect, and then you just Tanuki. I don't know what your reasoning was for that. And then down here you kind of just forced white to connect. You weren't even attacking at all. You were just forcing him to connect. So I don't really understand what you were thinking with that, but if you want to improve, you're going to have to fix your attacks and make them more powerful. Otherwise, you kind of played okay. White, don't overachieve. Just because your opponent's winning doesn't mean you can evade so deeply or whatever. Don't push your game so hard. Or don't play crazy stuff. And black as well. Don't be fancy. Stop being fancy. Fancy stuff usually is not good. And both players remember this shape. And the double Hane. Yeah, being fancy is usually not the way to play, guys. Simplify your game. Stick to basics. Black, you gotta watch your counting points. Just go back. So I think both players are trying too hard to do too much. Simplify your game. Make sure your move does what you want it to do. Read it through. Take your time, take more time, and read your stuff through. I think both players need to slow down, consider what it is that they're doing, and make sure the move that they play does it. Because I think both players right now are just trying to be too fancy, and they're leaving weaknesses behind everywhere, and they have no idea what they're doing. Like, for example, White saying, oh, I want to cut you. Oh, I'm going to die, so let's connect. But then why did you cut, right? If you're going to do that, then read, oh, I'm going to die. Okay, let's just connect, and save the Aji for later. So stop trying to be fancy, guys. Just simplify your game, stick to basics, and read your moves through. So for this, I recommend, and yeah, you could have Tanuki here. I recommend reviewing each and every single one of your games. If you aren't reviewing your games, it's going to be really hard to get rid of these bad moves. So review your games, and of course do go problems to advance your reading. So play several games a day and review each and every single one of those games that you play. Go over them, see where you wasted moves, see where you try to be fancy instead of where you could have simplified your game. Get your games reviewed on forums and stuff if you need to as well. There's plenty of places to get it reviewed, like GoKibitz, the online Go servers, forums. Plenty of places you can get it reviewed, or Reddit for all. I've seen people post on Reddit as well. But yeah, I highly recommend reviewing your games, guys, and getting rid of all these fancy moves, and make sure you're looking up what you want to do. I believe Black was the one who submitted this game, so I recommend this for both players, though. If you want to improve your game, I mean, you submitted the game, so that means you have some type of incentive to improve your game. If you want to improve, then you need to put in some effort, and the effort you need to put in is to take your time to think your moves through and review the game afterwards, and take the time to see, okay, was this move necessary or not necessary? Was it fancy, or should I have played a simple move? And make sure you simplify your game to make it more powerful. I would take the extra mile to do that. If you don't, then how are you going to improve? What's the point of getting advice if you're not going to put in the effort to improve? So if you want to improve, you need to put in some effort. This is true for everyone. If you want to improve, you're going to have to put in some effort. Go is not such a simple game that you can improve just by watching a video or two. You have to take the advice that video gives and then apply it, practice it, and study it. So make sure you guys put in the extra mile. I cannot make you study. I cannot make you put in the work. So you're gonna have to do that yourself. But I can just try and give you guys some advice on what to do when you do it. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that review. Hopefully you found it helpful. And remember, if you would like to submit your game for a chance to get it reviewed, please see the link in the description below. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys next time.